श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः। श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। वन्दे गुरुपदद्वन्द्वम् अवाङ्मानसगोचरं रक्तशुक्लप्रभामिश्रम् अतर्क्यं त्रैपुरं महः। आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने। यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकम्। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। सीतादेवी युतं वीरं सर्वभूषणभूषितं पितृभक्तं हरिं ध्यायेत् अयोध्याकाण्ड उत्तमे। श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री हनुमान जय जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान जय जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान जय जय हनुमान श्री हनुमान जय जय हनुमान। श्री सीता रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः। Jai Shri Rama everyone. Yesterday we talked about how Rama spoke to Sumantra, and Rama spoke to Sumantra much more also. That will come in a later section. Like we have to mix them all together and we can learn like okay, this is what the conversation that happened is what. Like we looked at it with one perspective now, and the other perspective will also come later. And after that Rama asked Guha to bring the milk, thing from the banyan tree, and then he brought that, and then Rama and Lakshmana they made Jata Juta. Now they got the Jata Juta on their head, meaning matted hair. And after that they started crossing the Gangā. And we also learned how we should worship Ganga and how we should actually do the puja for Ganga, and even listening to that will also give us the result of doing puja of Ganga. That is what we covered yesterday. Now let us go. Let us start the today's one. Now the celebrated Sītā, she was very devoted to who was very devoted to her husband. She prayed to the faultless Ganga. They speedily, now as she was praying, doing all this, they reached the southern bank. All the boatmen and all, they were rowing, and the helmsmen directing and all, right. Now the bull among men, and the scorcher of the enemies, he reached the southern bank of the river safely. So they left the boat there and proceeded further. The boatsmen and all, they will be there, right? They will take like that. So now they have to get down. Now Sri Rama said to Sītā, now Sri Rama is speaking to Sītā. He is saying, Sītā, till now you were with many people. Okay, till now so many people were surrounding you, like and Sumantra and Guha were also there with us. But from now onwards, there won't be that many people. Okay, stepping onto the southern banks means going through.
It was two?
Yeah, like there will be a few more, like going through the difficulties of living in the forest according to Shastras. Okay, like now he is saying internally this means that in future you are going to have to go through difficulties by getting abducted by Ravana. All these things are going to happen. This is the internal meaning of this. Okay, So that mighty armed one, he said to the one who enhances the happiness of Sumitra, meaning Saumitri, he said to Saumitri, be prepared for the protection of Sītā. Now you have to be prepared for the protection of Sītā in the inhabited as well as uninhabited areas. Like you will come across some people, there will be tribals and all, and there will be different kinds of people, and sometimes there will be nobody. Okay, so we will be going through all these kind of areas. So you have to be prepared for the protection of Sītā. So we have to offer protection in the uninhabited forest also. So Lakshmana, you proceed in the front, Saumitri, and Sītā will follow you, and I shall come behind, so I can protect you and Sītā. So who is going in the front? Lakshmana. Lakshmana is, you did not listen, that's what it shows. So now he's saying Saumitri, you go in the front, and then Sītā will follow you, and I shall come behind, so I can protect you and Sītā. Okay, I want you to repeat this after me. Agrato Gaccha Saumitre Sītā Tvam Anugacchatu Prushtato Anugamishyami Sītāṃ Tvam Chanupalayan. So, Agrato Gaccha Saumitre Sītā Tvam Anugacchatu Prushtato Anugamishyami Sītāṃ Tvam Chanupalayan. So many explainers. So there are so many people who wrote explanation for all these kind of things. They explain in different ways. You might have come across things like, but many are not in the right way. Okay, we have to look at it as per like Guru Gar, how he said that some people said Rama is going in the front, Sītā in the middle, she is Maya, and Lakshmana is the Jiva. If Sītā has to go away, meaning Maya has to go away, then Jiva will realize Parabrahmam. They gave this kind of meanings also, which is totally wrong. Okay, that is wrong to think that way. And some even said Sītā went in the front, then Lakshmana, and then Rama. Some said Rama in Rama. Listen.
No, I heard all.
Come here. Some said Rama in the front, Sītā is Lakshmana later. So, but all these are not required if one thinks in Advaita manner. But because these are all symbolisms, there is a reason why they are talking like this. Okay, those who can go first, can they see the ones that are in the back? No, right? So Lakshmana is going in the beginning. Okay, so we have to. It will be very nice if we look at through it with the lens of devotion. You should have like devotion towards Bhagavan. So those who cannot, who are going first, cannot see who is in the back. The ones in the back, they can see who are there in the front, right? So the one who has to protect those. The one who has to protect those who are in the front had to be in the back. So Rama will be in the back. Rama is the one who is protecting Lakshmana and Sītā. That is the reason why he is in the back. Okay, and Bhagavan. So that is how Bhagavan will always be behind the devotees. We have to understand in that manner. So Vatsam Gauriva, meaning Gau meaning the cow. Okay, how the cow goes behind the calf in order to protect it, right? If a cow goes in the front, it won't know what happened to the calf. So the calf has to be in the front and the cow follows to protect it. Just like that, the Lakshmana, and then after him Sītā, and after Sītā, Rama. So the real Vanavasa, meaning the stay of the forest, started once they crossed Ganga. Till now it started, 3 days already counted like that. Anyway, until then they came on chariot only, but till here they were coming on chariot and then boat. Now they are going by foot. The moment they kept their foot there, Sri Rama said that he will protect them. Sri Rama immediately, without saying directly, he said that he will protect them, as they are his devotees. Who? Lakshmana and Sītā are his devotees. So Rama's duty is to protect them. So Sītā is Sri Rama's greatest devotee, and Lakshmana is a devotee of both Sītā and Rama. Okay, always look at it like this. Sītā and Rama are not separate for him. If you remember how he wanted to go to forest first, then how he prayed for Sītā, and then only he prayed for Rama, like that. So hence Sri Rama kept Lakshmana first and then kept Sītā as protection to him. Okay, and then Sri Rama has stayed as protection to both of them. So Lakshmi is also known as Vishnu Prathama Kinkari. Say that, Vishnu Prathama Kinkari. Okay, Prathama meaning first, Kinkari meaning you know all. Kinkari meaning servant, like that. They won't take any money, but they keep on serving. So this understanding is enough. We have to understand. Some people made too much analysis like u, ma, omkaram. Is going in the first u, and then ma is going, all these kind of things. We don't have to confuse ourselves with all these kind of explanations. This is the best explanation that Guru Garu gave us, and so let us listen to this. We can think that Lakshmana as Bhakti, okay? Lakshmana is Bhakti, and Sītā as Shakti, and then Śrī Rāma is the Paramatma who is supportive of both, okay? Bhakti, Shakti and Paramatma. And we should imagine Sītā, Śrī Rāma and Lakshmana like this. And we started that from the moment they mounted the chariot. If you remember how Sītā is Gajalakshmi and Rama and Lakshmana are the Gajas with the bows and all. So many ways we imagined. Okay, so like that. Now we have to imagine like that. Sītā in the middle, Lakshmana in the front like this, and Rama in behind. And it will continue throughout the stay. Like throughout their stay in the forest, this will be like Shakti going, and then Bhakti, Paramatma. It is like that we have to imagine. Okay. Now they are talking. We shall keep protecting each other during our stay in the forest. Like let us do Anyonya Rakshana. Anyonya meaning Lakshmana protected Śrī Rāma each and every moment, and Sītā also protected Śrī Rāma each and every moment. That's a very secret thing. They will not say what Sītā is. How can Sītā protect? No, Sītā can protect. And why did Lakshmana follow Śrī Rāma to the forest? Why is he always being very, very close to and holding on to Rama like that? And Guru said, what we have to wait, in order to know this, we have to wait till the end of the Ramayana. That's what they say. So, how did Sītā protect him? How did Lakshmana protect him and all? We will know. So far, the paths that we travelled, they are different. Now Rama is saying, so far the paths we travelled, they are different. We went by chariot, we crossed the rivers with that, and then we went by boat, and then we crossed the river also with that. But from now on, we are taking a path where there are no people. So till now, we saw the boundaries of the Kosala kingdom and the borders of villages and hamlets which are full of harvests. And we saw people in the countryside, parks, etc. And from now on, there will be nothing like that. No fields, no gardens. All the paths will be full of ups and downs, rugged surfaces and rough. And there will be dangerous pits and rocks and boulders. And Sītā is going to have to step into this kind of forest. So we have to be really, really careful, and we have to protect her. Like that, Rama said. And Lakshmana heard the advice of Śrī Rāma, and he led the way. He went in the front, and Sītā followed him, and Śrī Rāma followed them both. And Sumantra, he was looking from here. He is in this bank. Sumantra and Guha, they are in this bank, right? Of the northern bank of the Ganga. 1 second, please. So Sumantra, he was looking continuously how Śrī Rāma is going and all, which way they are going like that. And they reached the other bank of Ganga, until he could not see with his physical eye anymore like that. And he was full of sorrow, and he shed tears because of the separation from Śrī Rāma, and then left from there on the chariot. And Śrī Rāma also saw that. Okay, they left from there. Śrī Rāma observed that. And Śrī Rāma, who was glowing like Lokapalakas and capable of bestowing boons, he crossed the great Ganga river, and step by step from there reached the happy and prosperous Vatsa province. The kingdom, that name is Vatsa. And it also contained rows of beautiful crops like that. And there is in Ramayana book, there is mention of killing 4 species of deer and taking some fruits and ate. But this cannot be true. If you remember, what did Rama say? I have to go till ashrama. Listen, we have to go till ashrama, and then only I will have some roots and fruits. That's what he said, Rama. Okay, for 3 nights. 3 nights is it's going to be done like. And it is not matching with the intention of Rama. So what I thought was, it's like the names are like Boar, Rishya, Pasta and Maharuru. These might be wild animals. These might be wild animals that might be attacking on them because they entered into the forest. They might have killed them for their protection. That's what I think. And they sought a tree. Now they sought a tree to rest as it was about to become a night. Okay, this is the 3rd night. Okay, do you remember? This is the 3rd night, right? First night they spent on the banks of Tamasa, right? And then they were going, and one night, entire night also, one night they actually travelled the entire thing also, the 2nd night. And then this is the 3rd night. And they slept in the Guha. Then they slept where the Sringaverapura, and this is there. Now Rama SANKSHOBHA. Okay, this is a very, very tricky sarga. Okay, this is the next sarga we are entering into. Here, do not take what Rama is speaking by the way what he is speaking like that. We should not take. We should know that Sri Rama is speaking in this manner to know what is Lakshmana's intention. That is one thing. In a way, it is test for Lakshmana, and he spoke in this manner, keeping how generally Laukika Achaara, like generally people when these kind of things happen, how do they behave? He behaved in that way. He acted in that way. He only acted. He just acted in that way in order to know the intention, and at the same time in order to test Lakshmana. So they reached a tree right now. So, and they worshipped the evening Sandhya towards the west. And Sri Rama, who is the foremost of those who causes delight to others, he spoke to Lakshmana like this. This is the first night we are spending outside the countryside without Sumantra. Till now we have been with Sumantra. So you should not be sorrowful about it. Now from now onwards, thick forests are going to come. Slowly we are going to come across places where there will be wild animals and Rakshasas and all. And we must both keep awake without any lethargy and weariness during the nights, and take care of Sita's yoga and kshema. Remember yoga and kshema, the meanings of it. Get them back from there and remember those meanings. Till we get to her, please be quiet. Till we get her into a good ashrama where there will be no problems at all. Till then we have to protect her every moment. Now, O Saumitri, let us pass this night somehow. Like that he said. Then they made a bed with grass and leaves, which they got with their own hands. Now Rama and Lakshmana, both of them got it. Now Sri Rama asked Sita to sit there or lie down like that. And then he was sitting on the side and he was speaking with Lakshmana. He said, "Oh Lakshmana, surely at this time the emperor must be lying down on the bed uncomfortably, and he must be weeping, really crying a lot. He must be cursing Kaikeyi. And Kaikeyi, on the other hand, she must be feeling happy as her desired object is accomplished. She wanted to get the kingdom and she wanted me to send away to the forest. So she got the object accomplished. I am afraid by the time Bharata arrives, Queen Kaikeyi may rob the emperor of his life for the sake of sovereignty." I mean, it means that Dasharatha might go away. Okay, what will the aged and helpless king, whose mind has the desire of making me as Prince Regent? Okay, he wanted to make me as Yuvaraja, and now he fell into the clutches of Kaikeyi, and now he is separated from me. What is going to happen to him? The king's mind might have gone bizarre looking at all this difficulty. He might not even thought of it, that this might happen. It feels like the pleasures are greater than dharma. Like, look how he is testing now. It feels like pleasures are greater than dharma and wealth at the moment. Meaning, kama is more than dharma and artha at the moment. Which man, even though ignorant, would willfully abandon his son for the sake of a woman? Who will do that? As our father has abandoned me, Lakshmana, like that he is behaving. And then Kaikeyi's son Bharata is happy with a fortunate wife, and he is going to rule over the Kosala kingdom like an indisputable monarch. He is going to do this, and he will enjoy the pleasures related to the entire kingdom, as now father has also become too old, and I also retired to the forest, so there is no one who can ask him. So Bharata will become he will be indisputable. And he who pursues pleasures ignoring artha and dharma soon comes to grief, as King Dasharatha has. Now he said King Dasharatha, he gave importance to kama and he ignored artha and dharma, because of which now he is suffering. I believe Saumya, meaning good brother, like that, or younger brother, Kaikeyi came to bring the end of Dasharatha. Okay, that is the reason why she came, and maybe to send me to the exile and to secure kingship for Bharata. Maybe for all these reasons she came. I am afraid, blinded by the good fortune, Kaikeyi might persistently, she might harass Kausalya, my mother Kausalya, and Sumitra too. She might do that because of their relationship, because they are both our mothers. So she might torture them also. Your mother is likely to suffer hardship because of her affinity to us. She is very, very close to us, right? Sumitra is very close to Kausalya. So for that reason, she might also have to go through hardship. Even though her other son Shatrugna is always accompanying Bharata, still, as you guys are close to us, so you might also suffer. So, O Lakshmana, you know what? You proceed to Ayodhya tomorrow morning. Okay? You go to Ayodhya tomorrow morning from this place. I shall proceed to the Dandaka forest alone with Sita. While you be the protector, you go and protect Kausalya, who will be left without protector. And Kaikeyi of evil deeds may undoubtedly she might resort to some unfair means due to malice and all, and even she might even feed poison to your mother and mine. She might even keep poison to them. Oh, one who is knowledgeable of dharma, oh dear brother, my mother must have deprived other women of their sons in some other birth. Some other birth she might have did this kind of sin. Maybe because of that, now that act has come back to her in this form. Look at the karma siddhanta. Now Rama is actually reflecting on that. It's not that Kausalya has some karma like that. It's just that generally people when they go through sufferings, it is because they might have caused suffering to others in their previous births like that, and that is how the karma siddhanta came into existence like that. That is how the entire existence works. Now here Sri Rama is saying, Kausalya loves you more than me, Saumitri, Lakshmana. She might be going through sorrow as you are also not there. My mother Kausalya has gone through a lot of hardships to get me, she did so many vratas, and now when I'm about to become a prince regent, she's about to enjoy the fruits of her labor. Now I am not with her. Let no mother give birth to such a son as me. And who gave sorrow to his mother? I gave sorrow to my mother. I believe that the pet bird, that parrot she has, that is more affectionate than me, which listens to the words. And when my mother says, bite the feet of the enemy, she'll go and bite the feet of the enemy. She is like that parrot. Now I, who did not do any good to her, I'm not able to serve any purpose to her. Any purpose of my mother, she has such a luck like that. And who is as good as without children? Now without me, like she does not have any children at all. It became like that. O scorcher of enemies, without me, she is stricken with great agony, and she must be drowned in the ocean of sorrow. I became far from my mother and father. I came this far. If I really wanted to, I could have just ignored my father's order or gone against it. You only said that, right? I could have ignored it and occupied the kingdom by taking a bow in my hand. Is there anyone who will stop me in this world if I do that? No, there is no one. When I am enraged, I can surely subdue not only Ayodhya, but also the entire earth. Single-handedly I can do that. But you also know that I should not display that kind of valor which is not favorable to the other world. If I do that, that is dharma only. But if I do that, maybe in the other world, Rama is thinking of what could happen to him in the other world. So in the other world, I might not get punyam like that. It might not be favorable to me like that. I am afraid of the sin that I might incur by following the adharma, as well as ruining my prospects of the other world. This is how a human should behave. That is what Rama is showing us by talking like this. We should be afraid of our sins that we might incur by following adharma, as well as ruining my prospects in the other world. Now, O sinless Lakshmana, hence I did not forcefully install myself as Prince Regent today. No, you have been asking me, right? You have been telling, why can't we do that? I shall protect, I shall do all these things. You just say yes, like that Lakshmana told. Now he is offering explanation, because I am afraid that what sin might come and what will happen to us, what will be my prospect in the other worlds. For that reason I did not do that. Thus Sri Rama, he wailed piteously. He even cried like that. This is only action he is doing. Like in order to kill Ravana, he has to act like a human. Keep that in mind. So thus Sri Rama, he wailed piteously in many ways in that lonely forest with a distressed face which is full of tears like that. Now after Sri Rama stopped lamenting, now Lakshmana knows that all these things are just this thing. So he smiled with a smile. He said these words with a smile to Sri Rama, who was looking like a fire without flames, and a sea that had lost its forcefulness. That means he is completely calm. When the sea lost its forcefulness, how would the sea be? It would be completely calm, like that. I mean ocean. Ocean.
Oh, I thought you were saying
Sea meaning I went sea, ocean, like that. Now he said, Lakshmana said, Sri Rama, the city of Ayodhya must definitely look like a night without the moon as you came away from it. You are like the Chandra. As you came away from it, yes, city of Ayodhya might look like a night without the moon. And it is not desirable that you are grieving this way. You are crying like this, Sri Rama, it's not desirable. If you do this, Sītā and I, we both get upset. O tiger among men, Oh Raghava, without you, Sītā and I cannot survive even for a muhurta. We cannot even survive for a moment. Like if you take a fish out of the water, how will the fish immediately suffer? It will be like that for Sītā and I. O scorcher of enemies, please don't do this. Without you, I do not wish to see neither father, I don't wish to see our father, I do not wish to see Shatrugna, I do not wish to see my mother also, Sumitra, and not even Swarga. I do not want any of that. Now, like he tested Lakshmana, right? So Lakshmana is submitting himself. I do not want anything else, Rama, other than you. So he even said, I don't want my own twin brother who is Shatrugna. Not even my father, not even my mother, not even Swarga. Prabhu, I don't think Bharata also wants the kingdom. Now he is saying, he said Bharata wants the kingdom before when he was angry like that, right? Now he said, I don't think Bharata also wants the kingdom. He also cannot survive without you. He does not like the kingdom, and we know that. Moreover, if you speak like this now, look Sita, she might get more upset. Hence, calm down. Dasharatha cannot live without you, or father cannot live without you, and he does not want to see Shatrugna or Sumitra or me. He wants to see only you, Rama. Okay, only you. Hence, he will be in sorrow for you. Coming to me without you, okay, you are saying me to go, right? Without you, I do not even want Swarga. Period. And when I am with you, happily whatever it is, wherever it is, wherever it is I am with you, it is like I obtained all kinds of pleasures. So like that, Lakshmana surrendered himself to Rama here. Thus, they prepared a decent grass bed at the foot of a banyan tree, not very far from the place, and they were sitting and talking like that. And those princes who were devoted to Dharma stayed there without any fear, no fear at all. And Śrī Rāma attentively listened to the excellently worded and comprehensive submission of Lakshmana, how he surrendered himself. And he resolved, okay, Lakshmana is not going to go back to Ayodhya. He is going to spend all years of exile with me. Like that, he made a resolve in his mind. And from then onwards, the exceptionally mighty princes, they never experienced any fear or agitation in that great lonely forest. Even till the end. No fear, no agitation. They spent that time till like a couple of lions living on a mountain peak. How do the lions home is forest, right? So they lived in the forest. It is like it is their home. I want you to understand, like how a couple of lions live on the mountain peak, that it's their own kingdom. Like that, Rama and Lakshmana along with Sita lived in the forest. Now, the beautiful night has passed as they were talking in this manner. After spending the beautiful night under the big tree, now they set out from that place. And after the sun rose clearly. Now third night is also done, fourth day set in. So they went ahead, traveling across a fairly extensive forest. Now they have to go by walk. They are not going by chariot. Now chariot is gone. Now they proceeded in the direction of that region where the Yamuna river rushes into the Bhagirathi. Bhagirathi is another name for Ganga, remember that. And Yamuna, you will come across different names for Yamuna also. Okay. And now the illustrious travelers, now they moved on. Now they were as they were going, they saw so many different kinds of land here and there. Okay, there's so beautiful landscapes and all, and also beautiful landscapes which were never seen before. Because some pathways you can only go by chariot. Some pathways which you can, when you are going by walk, you will see a lot more stuff. And as usual, you will be going a little slower than you are going in the chariot, right? Like that. So they beheld various trees laden with blossoms.
What now?
Listen. Now they were traveling comfortably. Vithal. They were traveling comfortably, and we should know that here we are also going along with Rama. We are also doing Tirtha Yatra. Okay, we are doing Tirtha Yatra, Kshetra Yatra, whichever pilgrimage he is visiting, pilgrims that there and all, we are going along with Rama. Okay, who is the form of Tirthas. And now they are going for a city, not a city, at that place, now it became a big city. Okay, that is known as Prayāga. Say that? Prayāga. Now Prayāga is a very big city. At that time, it was a Tirtha, it was a Kshetra, and a forest where sages lived in hermitages. It was like that. And there were a lot of Devatayatanas. Devatayatanas meaning temples, and also Tapobhumis, people who did tapas there. That kind of land, grounds are also there. Okay, tapas grounds, let us say like that. Now, when the day came to an end, as they were walking all the way. Okay, and when they were walking like that, Śrī Rāma, he said to Lakshmana, he saw some smoke coming up to the sky. He saw some, oh Saumitri, look at that, behold, the smoke is high which is the smoke is known as the dhwaja of Agni. Like you make each thing into a part. The dhwaja, meaning the flag of Agni, is smoke. Okay, near Prayāga, they saw that. This means that there were yajnas happening there, and as a result of those yajnas, the smoke, dhuma, is appearing in the sky. So it is appearing a little closer to us. So it must be a hermitage of a great sage. That's what Rama said. I think, now Rama knows everything. He said, I think we are near sage Bharadwāja's ashrama. Sage Bharadwāja. Say that? Sage Bharadwāja. Okay, Bharadwāja. Now we will surely, we have surely reached the confluence. I told you, Sangamam. When two rivers are meeting together, two or three, let us say, it's known as confluence or Sangamam of Ganga, Yamuna rivers. So Prayāga is the place where Ganga and Yamuna rivers, they both meet. Yamuna comes and actually gets mixed with Ganga at that place. And as we can hear, we are able to hear the loud noise produced by the clashing of the waters of both rivers. Remember Balakanda, how Vishwamitra explained what is that sound when they asked? Okay, when Rama and Lakshmana asked, at that time Vishwamitra explained them. When two rivers are mixing, this sound is because of that, like that. And he even said, I can see, now they are on the mountains and the forests and all, right? Now he's saying, I can see the logs, Rama is saying, I can see the logs that have been cut by men living on the produce of the forest. Some people, they actually cut the woods and they live on that produce, right? So I can see those logs here. And also the tree, I can see the hermitage far there. Okay, the ashrama is there. There are also trees of various kinds in that hermitage there. I can see that also. While now the sun was actually, it's about to set, like that. It was about to set. And now the two archers, they reached the archers, meaning Rama and Lakshmana. They are carrying their bows, they are carrying all those things for protection, right? Like while they were walking in the forest. So they reached the outskirts of the sage's hermitage and they came very easily, like that. It's not like like that. They did not come. They were happily walking, easily walking, comfortably walking, like that. And they reached the area of the hermitage and saw animals and birds over there. And then, if you remember Vasishta's hermitage, how Vishwamitra came, how there were so many small kutiras and all, and they were crossing them. There were so many animals and birds first in the outskirts, and then they crossed them and they covered some distance in a short, and they came near the ashrama. And the two valiant princes, accompanied by Sītā, they were longing to see the sage Bharadwāja. Here you will see everywhere Śrī Rāma wanting to see this sage, that sage, Agastya. Oh, Agastya is going to come. Like that, he gets excited. He gets so excited when the sages are going to come, and he gets, with so much excitement, he will go and do namaskara to them and all. We will see all of that here. So there was they waited there. Okay, they were longing to see sage Bharadwāja, right? And they waited at some distance, because you cannot just go and barge onto them. You have to wait for them. You have to wait, and then slowly you have to ask if you can talk to them, and then you can talk to them, like that. So that is how they also did. So there was a disciple of the sage who is an expert in speech. That disciple is very cute, it seems, like something like that. Now sage Bharadwāja, he was also waiting. Now sage Bharadwāja was also waiting for Śrī Rāma's arrival. He knows, Bharadwāja knows that Śrī Rāma is going to come. But now at that time he was doing something. And Śrī Rāma went to the disciple and said, we are sons of Dasharatha, Rama and Lakshmana, and we would like to have darshana of the sage, and this is can you please inform the sage that Dasharatha's son Rama, along with his brother Lakshmana and his wife Sītā, he came here and he wants to have darshana of sage. Like that, he told the disciple. And the disciple immediately, he rushed inside and he said to the Guru, oh Gurudeva, that great soul Rama and Lakshmana, they came. And along with them, there is a lady who is looking like Vanalakshmi Devi. She is looking like Lakshmi Devi, Vanalakshmi. Now, look, from Gajalakshmi, she became Vanalakshmi. She is Lakshmi everywhere, like that. Okay, Vanalakshmi Devi. Okay, and she is there. She is also Vanashankari. They say that Vanashankari, like that. Now, named Sītā, she is there. And now, sage Bharadwāja, immediately he welcomed them with absolute delight. And Śrī Rāma, Sītā and Lakshmana, they entered into the hermitage and saw the sage, who was surrounded by groups of several disciples. At that time, sage Bharadwāja was sitting in his hermitage, and all his disciples, groups, lots of them, he teaches there. Okay, in the ashrama, they actually teach to the disciples. Okay, when we say hermitage, it's not a small hut. Do not imagine looking at the movies or the serials of so many things that we saw. It's not a small hut. It is a very, very big area with several big huts, several big huts with a lot of animals and birds in the open areas, and also with a lot of trees. And there will be several disciples residing there in different huts. They will have their own accommodations, and they will be learning different forms of knowledge along with Vedas. Vedas they will know, but along with the Vedas, they will learn different forms of knowledge, because some of them will become, everybody will become something in their future, right? So they are all the disciples. So at the same time, there will be a lot of yajnas also continuously happening there. So this is like some kind of Gurukulam, okay, like our Gurukulam, something like that. Now Sri Rama, he looked at sage Bharadwāja. He did namaskara with joint palms. Not only, whenever Sri Rama did namaskara, meaning Sītā and Lakshmana along with him, they also did it. Okay, who was observing? That sage was observing sacred vows, and he had divine vision because of the tapas he did. Okay, he did so much tapas, because of which he has the divya drushti. Okay, divine vision. He has that, and he just completed his Agnihotra karma. Okay, he just completed it. So one thing we have to know here. Okay, we have to understand some things, right? This shows that the sage already knows that who arrived at his ashrama. From now onwards, Sri Rama will be with sages, and sages will be with Sri Rama. That is one thing. And if someone asks which kanda is great in Ramayana, if you come across, if anybody says which kanda do you like most, it is like no, you can for you it is Uttarakanda. Okay, it is like looking like a sugar cane. If you ask which part is sweet, you cannot say that, right? Every kanda is important, every kanda is sweet, and every kanda is great. The entire Ramayana is great, every kanda is great. But for those who think spiritually about Bhagavan, like if you have a philosophical inquiry, no, Sundarakanda is for getting your wishes fulfilled and all. Okay, this is no. Listen. For those who has philosophical inquiry, okay, like you want to vicharana, like you say you are thinking about Bhagavan, who is Bhagavan, what is Bhagavan, you want to understand the concept of it, and then internal vision, okay, meaning trying to understand Paramatma, then Aranya Kanda is said to be very, very beautiful. Okay, Aranya Kanda, the Kanda which is after this. But it starts here. Okay, the concept of philosophical inquiry starts here. We are still in Ayodhya Kanda. Lot of Sargas are there, which I need to catch up also. Anyway, Rama is taken here and there everywhere by sages. Only in the entire Ramayana. Now we have to remember sage Vishwamitra telling when Rama asked to cross, when they were in the Shona river. Do you remember after the Siddhashrama? They were coming and they halted near Shona river, and there they learned lot of stories about Kushika Vamsha, the 100 daughters of Kushanabha, all those kind of things, if you remember. Okay, I'm just trying to touch there because I don't want you to forget what you learned already. Okay, and after that, when they woke up, then Rama told which way to cross. The Shona river, it looks like everywhere there are so many things, so many like sand dunes are there, which way to take. Then Vishwamitra told, I know the road, the path that is shown by the sages. Okay, here also Sri Rama is going searching for sages. Okay, that is one thing. And Sri Rama waits for the sages to tell him where to go. He will wait, and he will stay where, he will listen to them. He will ask them where to go, where to stay, and how to go. Everything he will ask them, and he will take that path only. And he always goes to the place where they ask him to go, and he will take the path told by them. And he will make the abode also. He will make his, the kutira that he is going to make, wherever they ask him to make, like that. So because things have to happen. In order for things to happen, he has to listen to them, like that. So we have to learn another thing here. Okay, yeah, Agnihotra karma. We said that sage Bharadwāja was doing Agnihotra karma, right? When somebody is doing their worship, Anushtana, like somebody is going near Paramatma and doing their worship, or doing Agnihotra, or doing Japa, or even talking in the discourse, religious discourse like that. In between, you are not supposed to try and talk to them. Okay, you are not supposed to disturb them by talking to them. And not only that, you should not even do namaskara to them at that time. Okay, because they are doing something. Doing namaskara to them when somebody is doing japa, doing anushtana, when somebody is doing homa. Okay, at that time, doing is a sin. Okay, so one should not do namaskara to them at that time. Okay, please remember that. And once they are done, what they are doing, when did Rama do namaskara? Who just completed his Agnihotra karma. To that sage, Rama did namaskara. See, this is the dharma sukshma we need to know. Like we will think we have lot of devotion to them, so we are doing namaskara. No. when they are doing the story, when they are doing the japa and all, you have to sit quietly and wait for them to finish it and then only do namaskar. So that is what Rama also did. And like if you come across, there is another story in Raghuvamsham only. You remember Dilipa, King Dilipa? Anybody remembers? Okay, yeah. So Bhagiratha's father, right? Bhagiratha's father, he did not have he did not have children first. He wanted an offspring. He did not have children because he actually did not do namaskara or pradakshina namaskara to Kamadhenu while he was coming back from Swarga one day. And because of that, that Kamadhenu became upset. That Kamadhenu, I told you, wish fulfilling cow, it became upset, and because of which it just became upset and it did not curse or anything, because of which he did not have an issue. Okay, so he went to sage Vasishta's ashrama, and at that time also sage Vasishta, he was doing Agnihotra. So this great emperor Dilipa of Raghuvamsha, to him who he is guru as well as Purohita of Vasishta, Purohita is Vasishta, right? He did namaskara to him till he completed his, after he completed his Agnihotra along with his wife Sudakshina. And after that, these are the customs that we need to follow. These are the customs we have to learn and follow. Okay, even if you don't know till now, that's fine. Now we learned it, so now we have to follow it. We have to make sure if they have free time and then only approach them. Should not just like that, we cannot approach them. We have to ask somebody who is there on their side and then go. We should not expect Guru to see us because we are free. Okay, we have to understand that. We have to wait for their permission and then only talk to them. So these are various, with gurus it's very difficult like that. We have to remember a lot of things. Now thus Sri Rama did namaskara along with Sītā and Lakshmana to the sage Bharadwāja very obediently and introduced himself to the sage in the following manner. They know who Rama is, but still this is the custom. That is why. So he said, Bhagavan, we are sons of Emperor Dasharatha, Rama and Lakshmana. See how sweetly he speaks, right? Here is my blessed and faultless wife and daughter of Janaka and Vaidehi. She followed me to the lonely forest that is suitable for the tapas. And this is my brother Lakshmana of firm vows, and who also followed me to the forest while I was sent on exile to the forest. Bhagavan, we are following our father's order. We shall retire to the forest that is suited for austerities and shall practice our virtue alone there, living on roots and fruits. Like this, very briefly, but with everything included, hey, Vithala, don't do that. No, don't do that. That's not ours. Keep that away. Yeah. And he shall practice virtue alone there. Like that, now he told everything in very brief manner, but everything, essence is there. Now, sage Bharadwāja, he heard the submission of Sri Rama, who was Dhimata, who is foresighted and balanced. That means he is telling there, we shall retire to the forest suited for austerities. That means we are going to go to the forest from here. He already told that in that. And we will practice our tapas alone there. We will be alone there like that. Now, sage Bharadwāja immediately, 1 second please, I am so sorry, 1 second. Please keep it back. Yeah. Rama. Now the sage offered them. Now what did, now immediately, before talking to them, it's becoming evening, right? He immediately offered them water to wash their hands, and then he offered them delicacies of every description that are prepared from roots and fruits. And he also arranged accommodation for them. Okay, he immediately arranged everything for them. He honored Sri Rama, who followed the right manner to approach the sages with sweet welcome words. Okay, and now sage Bharadwāja, who was seated along with the animals, birds. Now they took the hands, they took the water, and when they were offered delicacies, now Sri Rama, he had his food. He took those fruits and roots. This is the first thing this is the first time he took after coming from the palace. And now, after that, once they got their accommodation, and then Sri Rama was sitting there, and Bharadwāja was also sitting, along with the animals were there, and birds were there, the deer, so many animals, different kinds of animals, and even the sages, some other sages were also there, okay, who were sitting. And Sri Rama was also sitting there. According to Dharma, everybody is sitting. Sri Rama accepted all the hospitality, and after that, Bharadwāja is speaking to him. Oh Kakustha, I have been waiting for so long for your arrival. Finally you came. We can think a little here. Okay, Why did sage Bharadwāja tell that from so long he was waiting? It is because of the divine vision he has, because of his tapas shakti. So much tapas he did, as a result of which he knows that. From now onwards, we will see sages who are waiting for Sri Rama, and Sri Rama moved. Actually, Sri Ramudu kadili velladu. That's what you say. Okay, in Telugu it comes so properly. I cannot get the same kind of thing in English. Okay, kadili velladu, meaning Sri Rama moved and went to all those who have been waiting for his arrival. Paramatma goes to those who has been waiting for their arrival. Now, Sri Rama's excellent compassion is so great that he never thought, I am Bhagavan, you have to come to me. Like that, he never thought. They were all doing their sadhana. They were all being there in their respective places only. They did not come some places else. They were there in their own places and they were doing sadhana for Bhagavan, the practice in their own way. Okay, they are not doing the same kind of sadhana. Everybody's sadhana is different also. Okay, everybody follows different kinds of practices, but they were thinking of it, everything is leading to Bhagavan. So at their own places, Sri Rama counted each one of them, whoever is doing sadhana for him, and remembered each one of them, and he came to them, and he showered his grace on them. He himself, Sri Rama himself, moves and comes to the devotees. When the sages say, we have been waiting for you, it means that they knew that the Bhagavan that they have been worshipping with their tapas for so many thousands of years, it could be how many number of years, okay, is going to take incarnation on earth because of their tapas shakti. Okay, they knew it because of their tapas shakti. And they have been waiting to see that form of incarnation of Bhagavan. They are wanting to see that incarnation form. But they did not stop their work for it. They did not say, okay, till you come, we will not do our work. They kept on doing their tapas because they knew that Bhagavan can only be attained with tapas. For that reason. So, we should also be like that, like the sages. We have to learn from them. We have to keep on doing our practice, our sadhana, in order to, so Bhagavan will come to us. Bhagavan will come to us in various forms. We don't know. Because we are in Kali Yuga. That is Treta Yuga. They are more these kind of people. They will get direct incarnation of Bhagavan to their home. And I already heard that you came to dwell in the forest. Now Bharadwāja is telling. We talked about how news travel fast, right? We have been talking about like how Guha already knew, how Bharadwāja already knows, how this kind of news. So I already heard that you came to dwell in the forest, even though you did not make any mistake. I know that, Sri Rama, that you did not. I know why you came. Remember sage Satananda? Do you guys remember? Ahalya's son, sage Satananda, right? Okay, he also said the same thing. I know why you came. They all know why he came. Okay, we can understand that sage the purpose of incarnation is to kill Ravana. But they did not say it out loud. Okay, they kept it in their minds. Now he is saying, this is a very sacred and famous place which is at the confluence of the two great rivers. Okay, it is Gangā, Yamuna. And this is a very holy place and very lovely too. Very, very beautiful place. You stay here only comfortably. Now, sage Bharadwāja is saying, you stay here only comfortably. It feels as though Bharadwāja wants to keep Sri Rama to himself for 14 years like that. Now, Raghava, he heard the words of sage Bharadwāja and he replied the auspicious words that cause welfare for everyone. So, whatever Sri Rama says, every word is important because whatever he says is auspicious is one thing. Second thing is, it causes welfare for everyone. He said, Bhagavan, not very far from here, the people from the countryside and the city as well as of the Kosala kingdom also, they are here. They are not very far from here. Okay, we just crossed Ganga and came here. The other side of all of this is Kosala Desha only. It is all Kosala kingdom. I know how much they are suffering because of getting separated from me, and they will keep on. If they know if I am here close by, they will keep searching for me and Sītā. They will come. And remember how all the citizens said, right? Let us go. All the women Sītā will take care of us, and all the men will be taken care by Sri Rama. Like that, they were all talking also. And we will all come, and they will not stop there, and they will come here if they know that we are here. And there won't be any serenity in this hermitage also if that happens. If so many people drop by, what will happen? And now all the hermitage will lose its peace. And I also cannot accomplish what I want to accomplish. Now remember this. I also cannot accomplish what I want to accomplish. He said this also. For this reason, I do not think I should stay in this place. I am looking for an excellent lonely place where I can make my own hermitage. Can you please help me with that? He said. Okay, like that, very nicely he asked, Bhagavan, please find a place where Vaidehi, who deserves comfort, may find delight. Can you please find a place like that? He said. Now sage Bharadwaja, he heard the auspicious words of Raghava. He smiled and he spoke those words. He pointed at a place. Hey, look. If you look through that place, okay, that is asked by Śrī Rāma. Son, there is a great sacred divine mountain, 10 kroshas. Okay, 10 kroshas meaning 60 to 80 miles from here. Okay, and it is a great kshetra. You have to go in this direction for this. It is a great kshetra and it is inhabited by many great sages. There are a lot of sages that live there. And it is charming to look at and has a number of offshoots. Offshoots meaning a lot of peaks are there for that mountain, for the Chitrakoota. I just said them. Okay. So it is infested. I mean, there are a lot of gopuchas. Remember gopuchas? Vanaras and rukshas. Remember 3 categories of vanaras, right? Okay, gopucha, vanara and ruksha, bears and all. Okay, and so they all live there. There's many of them live there. And it is also known by the name Chitrakoota. Say that? Chitrakoota. Now also it is there, guys. And closely it resembles the Gandhamadhana mountain. It resembles Gandhamadhana mountain. So humans who stay in the peaks of Chitrakoota, he or she will devote himself or herself entirely to virtuous acts. If you are on Chitrakoota, you will be always wanting also to perform to dharmic things only. And their mind, his or her mind, will never set their mind on sin. They will never want to do something that is adharma. There won't be one sinful thought in their mind. For example, let us say, like for instance, in order to understand this, how is it? For example, when we are listening to the Ramayana, we will not get any bad thoughts. Okay? Because we are all being with Rama. Same is the case with Chitrakoota also. If you are on the Chitrakoota, one will never get any sinful thought. Always they will think of good thoughts like that. Now, a lot of sages, they did their tapas there, and even now, many munis are doing tapas there. Muni, Rishi, sage, everything same. Okay? So, some Rishis, they did their tapas for hundreds of years, a lot of time there. And because of their tapas, you know what happened? Their skull, it broke. Okay? It broke and their lives left from that part of the body. This Brahmarandhra, from this part, their life left and they went to higher worlds. So, this is known as Kapala Moksham. Okay, the skull will break and the prana will go from here, Brahmarandhra, and it will go directly to Vaikuntham or Brahmalokam, like that. Okay, it's known as Prayatum Brahmalokam. So whoever lives like this, okay, they will get moksha. Okay, that is what the great Sangeeta, this thing, Tyagaraja, he got his moksha like that, Kapala moksha like that. Now this is now he said that is a lonely place, Chitrakoota, and many people also will not be there. It is a very lonely and at the same time comfortable place for you to live. It is. I'm only telling you as you asked me to tell. Okay, I am telling you because you asked. You wanted a place to live in. That's why I told you. But why don't you stay here with us for Vanavasa? In this love, he said, in this Prayāga kshetra, you know, Brahma, he did yajna for 1,000 years. It's Brahma's 1,000 years. Okay, remember that. So that is why it is known as Prayāga. It got its name Prayāga because you can say that, yeah. Because of this most excellent yaga, because he performed that Prahrushta yaga. That is the reason why it got Prayāga, because of that most excellent yaga. Even now, we can see the Bharadwājāśrama in Prayāga. If you go there, even now also it is there, it seems. I went there, but I don't remember. I was 2 years old or something. Okay, there is a well there. Okay, it is said that there is a well there, and from that well only, now it is all, they covered it and all. From that well, the sage Bharadwaja, he gave a great feast to Bharata. Later this will come. Okay, there is a saying also known as Bharadwāja Vindu, Bharadwaja's feast, like that. Okay, which means what? When Bharata will visit, you will know. But it is very, very famous. We will talk about it later. So, but Bharadwaja is very, very great one. Just remember the sage name. Okay. Now Śrī Rāma did namaskara to the sage and said, we will stay here only for this night. So that night they spent there in that hermitage. Okay, that is where we will take a break today. Okay, we will pause it for here for today. Śrī Rāma Jaya Rāma Jaya Jaya Rāma, Śrī Rāma Jaya Rāma Jaya Jaya Rāma, Śrī Rāma Jaya Rāma Jaya Jaya Rāma, श्री हनुमान जय हनुमान जय जय हनुमान 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 श्रीराम शरणं मम श्रीराम शरणं मम श्रीराम शरणं मम श्रीराम शरणं मम।